Hello to 139 subscribers. Most of you know that I use cold emails a lot to get clients for my agency, but I also know that there are quite a few different ways to use the prospects that we scrape for the cold outreach and use it for paid ads. I'll show you how it works. Again, I'm not one of your gurus. I will not tell you that I have tested everything. I have not. I have not ran any paid ads for my agency, but I know how they work. Obviously, I have an e-commerce background. I know how lookalike audiences work, and I know how powerful they are. So let me show you how my current system works, and then how you can utilize similar approach, and transfer it to the paid ads. For the cold emails, we have obviously cold email as a start, as our goal. We need to have a proper infrastructure, we need to have an offer, and we need to have the prospects. Okay, so for the infrastructure, again, I have a few videos where I go over like my cold email setup. You can watch them later, but we have the domains, we have the emails, and we have the software like, let's say, Smartlead or Instantly, right? So this is the infrastructure that you need to send bulk outreach. Then we have an offer. Again, not gonna touch it right now. Then we have the prospect, and the prospect is the most interesting part. For the prospects, we have Apollo and ZoomInfo. There are quite a few different providers, like let's say ListKit. It's also a really good service. ListKit. There are quite a few, different providers where you can get the prospects depending on your niche, but the most popular ones are Apollo and ZoomInfo. Obviously, ZoomInfo is very, very, very expensive, and Apollo is also, it's not cheap. But I would love like to pay for the Apollo. But why would I if we can get someone from Fiverr that has an enterprise plan and that can scrape everything for us? Basically, this is Apollo, and I'm not sure what's their pricing. Let's actually test it out. Yeah, so like it does look like it's not a lot, but it's like not a lot of credits. We send 2-3 thousand emails per day, so we would pay $500 just for this, or more, just for the software. That's why we just go to Fiverr, we type Apollo Leads, and choose any of the providers from here, and get like 1,000 leads for like $5, or like 5,000 leads. I think I get 10,000 leads for probably $20. I'm not gonna share who I work with. This is the guy. He's no longer, I think, on Fiverr. But anyways, I think you got the idea. So we have the prospects: Apollo, Fiverr, and then Clay for the personalization. But we also have ZoomInfo. ZoomInfo is very, very enterprise software. They like their prices are even higher. But the quality of the prospects here is top notch. The problem is that most of, like, it's hard to even find good providers on Fiverr for ZoomInfo, because again, it's not as straightforward to scrape the leads in bulk as the Apollo. You can The trick in this system is harder. That's why for the ZoomInfo, I do have a few providers, but they are pretty expensive, and I would not recommend you to go this route. We work with old school businesses, and one of the reasons actually why I have not tested the paid ads, because we work with old school businesses, and they are not our prospects, like the founders, the directors, are not usually um, in on social media. Like, obviously all people on social media, so you can target them. It's just on the output that you get for the output, for the input that you put in, like for the money you invest and the time. I'm not sure, maybe we should try it, but again, like, the usual people that I talk to are 50 to 60 years old. Yeah, they are not scrolling Instagram, so it's harder to target them, even if we have all the data about this specific prospect. Anyways, so let's say we get the prospects, we got them from Fiverr. Now for the personalization, we use Clay. Clay is a software where you can research the prospects. So let's say you have these prospects, you scrape them from Apollo, you bought them from Fiverr, and then you have the basic data about like this specific prospect, maybe the corporate phone number, maybe the industry keywords, the personal website. So all these things you can, again, Apollo is pretty costly. There are, I don't not Apollo, the Clay, I don't even think that there are providers on Fiverr, so you would need to pay for the Clay. um, or you can just use the free plan, and you can technically do the enrichment using the your API key from OpenAI, as you can see here, upgraded account. But if you have the trial plan, they will allow you to add your API key. Obviously, you would need to pay to OpenAI, but it's not that expensive. But again, it's only valid for the Clay agent and Clay agent. It's the basically the tool that allows you to provide a script, not a script, like the prompt to the AI to research this company. I'm not sure if we have something here. Yeah, so the company analysis, for example, this is the prompt. We are asking, okay, AI, please visit and analyze the company website, and we are providing the website. We're getting it from here, and then we need the small description about the company, the services that they provide, and who they sell it to. Again, this is just the test prompt. It's not working as great, but you have the idea. But if you're willing to invest the money, so this is what we usually use just for the sake of what the company does, and you do receive the description about the company, like SEO description here, but there are some missing, and it's not like as great as you would do it through AI. But the Clay is great when you do want to research the company. So there are a lot of like enrichment details and integrations, so you can technically research everything about the company, research their job openings, or the LinkedIn profile, maybe competitors. There are quite a few different ways to personalize each and every prospect so that you can send them personalized emails further on. Anyways, so this is like just basic, right? The basic cold email setup. We have the infrastructure, we have the offer, we have the prospects. Let's say we got the prospects from Apollo, we went to Fiverr, we personalized it through Clay, we connected it to the software. Now we run the outreach. Now, why I'm saying that there is a way to leverage this process in paid ads? Let's say that we get these prospects, and we don't, I think, have to personalize them. Or maybe if you don't have certain information about the prospects, you can use Clay to enrich the prospect details. But let's say that we have this specific information, right? What you can do is you can go to, like, I don't even have like Facebook business manager. I do, but it's blocked. I have like another ones for my Amazon products, but obviously it's on the remote desktop, not on the computer. So like for the lookalike, I hope you understand what it means. If you don't, just go to YouTube and like watch 10 videos and you'll understand. Basically, this is the list. So let's say you have the list of prospects, you upload this list to Facebook, and Facebook finds similar prospects to this prospects, right? So you upload, let's say, 10,000 leads, and it will find you a million of similar prospects. Depends on the niche. Like, it does work sometimes, it does, like, it works all the time, but the quality of the similar prospects depending on like the niche usually, and the quality of data that you have. Because again, here, for example, if we get Thomas, we get his sorry, where is it? So we get his LinkedIn profile, we have the Facebook profile, obviously, but we cannot input in the Facebook, like the Facebook profile links. But you can like input a lot of the fields. You can like provide the address, you can provide the phone number, you can provide the email, you can provide the full name. I'm not like, sorry if I'm not mistaken, for example, maybe you cannot provide the email, I'm not sure. So what I was saying is the problem that we obviously here we receive the business email. It's not the personal email that they use and that they probably registered on the Facebook with, right? But maybe you don't even provide the email there. Maybe you just provide the like first, last name, and maybe like zip code, address, and then Facebook trying to find the similar audience. Anyways, but this is a really good way to start with paid Facebook ads, right? So let's say you invest like 30-40 dollars and get the leads from like Fiverr, from Apollo, right? Then what you can do, you can filter this list. You don't need to even use Clay. If you do, again, go to the free trial. But then you can upload, like, get the Facebook account, I guess, and then upload the list into the Facebook lookalike audience. Again, create Facebook lookalike audience, any of these tutorials. So you upload this list, right, to Facebook. And then now you have, let's say, 1 to like 1.5 million people which are very similar to your target audience. And I know that it does work. I saw a few guys on YouTube in the smma niche that were talking about it. It's not as popular. I'm not sure why, because maybe it's not as popular because you need to invest some money into the scraping. Like, in theory, you can get the Apollo list for like a few dollars, but I would highly suggest you to just go with Fiverr and go work in McDonald's to save up $50 and get them. Okay, and I would suggest you to have at least 5 to 10,000 prospects, so that Facebook have a lot of data, that is so that lookalike is much better. Okay, so when we have the lookalike, you can simply launch an ad to this lookalike. I do think that it works really good in the beauty niche and with the like beauty salon owners, maybe with like like medical practitioners, for the basically for the local businesses, for the small businesses where the founders or CEOs are running maybe ads themselves. So like maybe they are not successful, so maybe you will sell them, like, I'm this channel is all about AI, so you'll try to sell them AI. But even if you sell like marketing services, so it doesn't matter. It's just you just need to understand that your prospects are actually actively using social media, and that's where you can get a really good results. I think this is just my theory, but of course the problem will be in the offer. Obviously, like when I said that you need to invest $50 for the prospects, like yes, you need to invest here for the budget period A. I would say some people say like $3, $5. I'm not sure. I mean, I come from e-commerce background. We never spent less than $20 on a day on like any product, even if we test like, let's say, 4 different ads. So I would, highly suggest you to spend, let's say, $10 a day and then run it for like a month at least. Obviously, testing different creatives and offers and maybe different audiences. So you need to have like $300 on the ads, and let's say $50 for something else, and then for like, okay, so you need to have like $500 to invest into this venture, right? But guys, right? If you are if you do want to start this thing, it's not a lot, I think. Again, you can technically go around it, but like there is no way. Like maybe in technically you can spend $3 per day and spend like $90 per month. But maybe, guys, I'm not a professional in like paid ads, right? So go do your own research. This is just the things that I have in my head. So, but this is the most important part, the offer, right? So you can launch obviously the video, either UGC content with you recording yourself and say, hey, we're gonna help some uh, roofers to do X, or the static image if you have very strong offer, like we will generate you leads on these terms. Again, there are quite a few like ads right now, even I see them as an agency owner. So you need to be very creative. I wouldn't suggest you to simply go, we will generate you if you want to sell AI, right? And if you like, let's say, want to focus on lead generation, obviously it's not that straightforward, since you're not generating leads, you're not driving traffic, you're just converting customers through the website. So if you say, we will generate you five leads back, or money, or 5 leads like a week, or money back, it's not like, maybe it's gonna work, like I have no idea. But I would do something very, very creative and very catchy, something like, we will build you a free AI voice agent. Like, again, voice agents are popping right now, I think. Like, of course, it when you look on YouTube, and like, it might look saturated, but I don't think that there are a lot of dudes that run this kind of setup for the AI voice agent. Again, if they do, there are like hundreds of different niches, so you can choose one specific niche and run the paid ads with, we will build you the voice AI agent for free, and if it performs, we'll charge you, something like that, with just the static ad. So you should see some input, right? So you should see some like leads popping up, so you like schedule the call with them and talk, right? And I do think that, like, if you yeah, I like, it's very hard for me to even say, let's say, if you invest $500, how many leads you would have. But even if one lead is $50, which probably is a lot, you would like it will be much less than that. So you have like 10 leads. If you convert, let's say two, you build for them, and let's say one of them, 50%, will agree to pay you after that. So you get one client, and one client for let's say $1,000 to $3,000 for something like voice AI, just very simple. Again, you can see what you can get, right? So it kind of does work, I think, but like if your lead gonna be $300, it's probably not gonna work. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Peace.